What an evening this is going to be. We're in Wales, and what are they doing? They're cheering for the Scotsman Gary Anderson. Why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be?
Gary Anderson, 6 wins on the spin. He's on 12 points, level with Van Gogh and Taylor. He's sort of the unsung hero of this Premier League.
He's just going about his business quite nicely, and he could go top tonight. But I think this is a really important game for James Wade. If you look at the table there, if he does lose this, then that would be 4 points between James that may be fifth at the end of the night, but 4 points adrift. That can be a big old gap. A big game for James Wade not to lose. I think he has to get something out of this.
Halfway stage, all about finishing in that top four, qualifying for the O2.
It is. We know it's Judgment Night, but there's work to be done at the top as well.
Rod Harrington, Stuart Pike, your commentators.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Fantastic atmosphere here in Cardiff. The scrap for survival on Judgment Night to come.
100.
For now, it's all about the scrap for the semi-finals. And a date at the O2 in May.
93.
The defending Premier League champion, Gary Anderson, looks at securing another major title. Something has to give, though. Anderson has won 6 on the spin in the
43.
Premier League. James Wade has won his last 3, 2 of the form players. Anderson looking for the win that'll send him to the top
100.
of the pile.
Yes, you're exactly right, Stu. James Wade, if he's going to make that top 4 at the O2, he needs a win here. 1 point, I don't think we'll put him right out of it, but the win will.
98.
He's been the king of the checkouts, just over 100 as James Wade. You feel he's got to find a couple of those tonight. Gary Anderson with that extra scoring power.
100.
We'll get down to the double or the checkouts a little bit quicker. Wade, he's got to find his form early on.
Well, you're right, James Wade, in the last 4 Premier League matches, 8 ton-plus finishes. He has been supreme. A lot of support for the Scot in Wales.
140.
Crucial last start. Already the pressure on Wade in the opening leg.
Well, he's found at least the one big treble, so he's going to put the pressure on this 68 of Gary Anderson. May only get 1 dart at a double. He finds the treble 20, which he has. That's plumb in the middle. He should kiss off the barrel and find the board.
60.
That's a let-off for James Wade. And he's on the way through, so doesn't miss the double top too often. Pitching over the flight. Crucial dart for Wade. Misses his favourite double top.
So you require 8.
Number 2. Double trouble.
No
More
score.
double trouble.
Danger required.
Well, Anderson dominated the leg, missed 5 darts at double. Will Wade make him pay? Of course he will.
To the first leg, James Wade tackling Gary to rope first.
Well, you'd think that the 3 elimination guys would be edgy, but certainly that first leg
100.
showed some nerves from both players.
Well, the first dart from Anderson at double 4 was a beauty. It literally bent the wire. After that, he was
100.
way off target. So a steal, a hold, could be a crucial hold for James Wade. How important will those misses be for the world
99.
champion?
Well, certainly when you nick a leg, the one that's on the front foot, kind of put your opponent on the back foot.
60.
However, Gary Anderson is not a player that worries about the history. All he's interested in is the future and these next 3 darts.
59.
We're both struggling to find any real scoring power in the opening stages.
96.
Anderson dominant, unbeaten in his last 10 matches, would you believe, against James Wade. Wade's last victory
99.
against the world champion, you have to go back to 2014. And sometimes you just have the Indian sign, and that's what Anderson has on Wade at the moment.
100.
First leg
144.
under Wade's belt.
Visiting without a treble. Oh, that's a great last dart from Gary Anderson. Sets it up perfectly. James Wade needs to find the treble 20, which he has. Treble 15. Oh, double top for a 145 and a 2-0 lead.
102.
You can see on James Wade's face the anguish.
Gary, you require
Just
44.
pulled the dart a little bit.
Pressure here. Real pressure.
24.
0 out of 7.
Gary, you require 20.
He should be 2-0 up, Anderson. Wade trying to make sure he's 2-0 down. Last dart in hand. It's a beauty.
Second line.
2-0 Anderson.
Wade.
Not a bit of it. 2-0 Wade. The
James
Scot has missed 7 darts at
Game
double.
on.
I thought that Wadey was going to pass that chance up as well. Great determination to find the double 10 with the last dart. And
95.
now Gary Anderson has really got to find this treble. He's got to get down to that double a lot quicker, because the way he's pitching at doubles, he's going to need a couple of
93.
handfuls, Stu.
It's one of those things, as you know only too well. If that first dart had gone in double 4 to win the opening leg,
43.
that first dart or second dart at tops would have gone in, and just makes a difference, doesn't it, to confidence and belief.
140.
Now, 2 140s for Anderson, not seen one from Wade yet. Wade's missed 6 darts at double himself. But he's winning.
137.
Nice at 2-0 up. He can hold on to his throw here as well. That's a good visit from
134.
Gary Anderson. Now, a 140 here from Weidman, and that looks absolutely perfect to fill it up. Surely he's going to fill this up.
140.
Well, I said a 140 to do him. He should have a dart at the bullseye if Anderson doesn't take this out. Mind you, double top. Surely Gary Anderson.
94.
Again, a missed double.
Going to require 86.
My, this would hurt. This would hurt.
Oh!
Well, that's incredible. That's incredible. Anderson was a millimetre away from breaking back. How important is that?
57.
0 out of 8 on the doubles. 6 wins on the spin. He's in more than a spot of bother now.
100.
Yes, very much out of sorts is Gary Anderson, but you have to say that James Wade's not playing
96.
the game that we expected. However, he is 3-0 up. He's the one who's clawed the doubles.
That's all that matters. Wade, at the moment,
60.
only outside the top 4, the playoff spots on leg difference behind Adrian Lewis. A win here for James Wade. If Anderson finally finds the first maximum of the night, a win here for James Wade puts him level on points with the defending Premier League champion. What a response.
140.
Well, you can see Wade say rubbish to himself. That's what he thought of that third dart.
92.
Gary Anderson may only get 1 dart at a double when he returns, so Wade's got to hit 1 treble here. Oh, he hasn't done so. A little bit easier on the 76 for Anderson, but he needs to check it out just to get a bit of confidence on these doubles. Double 8 will do that. It's just standing back, just asking.
Not often you see Anderson
141.
step back, not know what he needs. Oh, he's missed another dart at Anderson and a double. He will come back.
93.
But so far,
8.
0 out of 9.
No score.
Well, he's busted. He needed 8. He's miscounted. He's miscounted. It's incredible. He needed double 4. Well, that is astonishing. You don't often see the world champ do that.
And he's been let off.
Gary, you require
That is
8.
unbelievable. A little smile from Gary Anderson. Can he finally clean a leg of darts up? He's back up to that double 1, and this time it is in the double 1. He'd lost his mind there for a bit, had Gary Anderson going for the double 8 when he wanted the 4s. He just didn't look at the board.
I say that you don't see him do that very often.
140.
You remember the World Championship final against Adrian Lewis? He He lost track on a couple of occasions during the final, didn't he? The Alexandra
137.
Palace, but it is a rarity from Anderson.
Well, 1 out of 13 for Gary Anderson.
140.
8%. When have you ever seen it that low for Gary Anderson, the world champion? And it's not very often you see a
137.
professional make a big mistake like that, and it could have cost him so dearly, Stu. He could be 4-0 down.
Still to come, Judgment
100.
Night. The scrap for survival. This is about the battle at the top.
119. Change required 121.
Double 14 for another sensational finish from
93.
James
Change
Wade.
required 108.
Well, Anderson, you feel, has to get this. Just one dart.
88. Change
He's
required
missed darts to
28.
win every single leg. 1 out of 14 on the doubles.
Short in the
A
fifth
double
leg.
14
James
makes
Wade
it
with the
4-1.
carry to
Anderson,
Roper.
incredible,
Game on.
incredible. Could be 5-0 up. Doesn't matter. Wade leads 4-1. Anderson, 1 out of 14 on the doubles, Rob.
And to be quite honest, a lot of those darts at the doubles, you wouldn't say were close. I mean, they're a good half-inch away, which can be a mile away for a top
83.
professional. If it sits on the wire, you can say, well, it's not a bad thrown dart, but certainly most of Gary Anderson's have not been.
98.
Well, he'll console himself in the fact that he's only one break of throw behind, despite it being 4-1. But Wade here,
140.
with 3 wins on the trot against Chisnall, Van Barneveld and Robert Thornton, he's averaged over 100 in each.
180.
But with his ability, Gary Anderson, you can never write him off. You've got to stay focused right till the end.
140.
He gets this
Gary
electrifying
required
scoring
92.
power going. And will he go for the treble 20? He has the aggressive route instead of the 25. Well, he's not going to get a dart at a double,
52.
where if he'd have gone for the 25 or bull, he could have had a
138.
dart at the bullseye. Now the 138. Oh, Wade cannot check this out, so Anderson comes back. Now he's got to overpitch this first dart, because all his darts are double top. Most of them have been put in low,
103.
so just overpitch, put it on the top wire, or straight in.
Sixth leg.
He holds his throw. He's 4-2 down.
Roper.
James Wade, very experienced, knows just holding on to his throw, and he's going to walk off here. Level points with Gary
60.
Anderson on 12.
Now, is this the chance that Anderson's been waiting for?
121.
Surely, though, from 4-1 down, Anderson will be thinking, if I can get a point out of this, it's a right result. This is how it stands. Wade looking for the win,
99.
for drawing level on points with Anderson and with Taylor and with Van Gerwen, of course. Well, 2 out of Robert Thornton, Dave Chisnall,
140.
or Michael Smith will be leaving the tournament. 8 players will go forward in the Premier League to Sheffield next week.
100.
Yes, and you have to say Smith playing Taylor, Chisnall playing right. Those 2 games are going to be tough. We know what Adi Lewis can do, but Thornton's playing probably the best out of those
60.
3 at the moment, especially after that draw against Michael Van Gerwen in Liverpool. And a chance now for Gary
44.
Anderson to get the throw back. He's going to get 6 darts from 180.
That's a lovely switch from the Scot. Yeah,
117.
lovely dart. He's given himself another chance to break the throw. He missed darts to break Wade in the first leg, the third leg, the 5th leg, and here we are
98.
in
Gary, you
leg
require
7.
63.
It's just the moment to break back. It might be. That's more like it.
Charles in the 7th leg.
Yes, he does like the double 12, does Gary Anderson. And he's got that break back, so now
Game on.
point is well within the grasp. If he can keep this rhythm going, given 2 points is there.
95.
What James Wade is going to want to do, he needs to find a 12 dart leg. He's Is this the 12 dart leg that he's going to find? Well, that certainly helps his first maximum of the evening.
And to do it against the throw as well, Rob.
140.
Good response from Gary Anderson. Really good game of darts now, isn't it? All about winning the leg. All about getting something from the match for James Wade. Anderson under pressure, but it's his own fault.
Well, you can see in Gary Anderson's expression what he thought of those 3 darts. He's opened the door up for James Wade. Whether he needs to find a treble. There we have the averages.
60.
They've moved up from around the mid-80s. So Anderson's scoring power is finally getting there. But he can't afford any more mistakes. Double 14 it leads, a third maximum for Gary Anderson.
So Anderson was 4-1 down.
130. Gary
Can he
records with
level
the
it up?
8.
A smile on the face of Ron Harrington.
How crucial was that?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Wade is sitting there on 31, going to pounce.
60.
And Gary Anderson hits the double 7 with his last dart. Is that the double that's going to give him the confidence to move on now?
Well, is that the double that turns this game in Anderson's favour? As you well know, that's one of the most difficult doubles to go for.
Especially when the first dart at 7s was covering half it up. But that's the second maximum for James Wade in a leg that he's got to win. He can't let Anderson keep on the run. He's got to stop him, level it out.
Brilliant response from James Wade, you have to say. Anderson hit the maximum, put Wade under pressure, and Wade responded. 4 180s in the last 2 legs.
.94. James record 161.
Well, you would think he'll get 6 darts from here. Well, look at the 25 with his last. If he doesn't hit a treble, well, even the 25 now is a good shot. Oh, that's even better.
37.
Brilliant setup from James Wade. Now, we've seen Van Gerwen do this a few times over the last few weeks. Now, Wadey, like Anderson, doesn't mind the double 12.
Wade edges ahead. 5-4. Well, great start to the night's entertainment.
98.
Smith against Taylor, Chisnall against Wright, Thornton against Lewis, and then we'll know who is in and who is out.
42.
There we have it, Michael Smith and Philip Taylor to come. Dave Chisnall currently in the bottom 2, in the drop zone. If Anderson hits his third 180 in as many legs. If that isn't enough, the little matter of Van Gerwen against Van Barneveld to round off the night here in Cardiff. Anderson will switch.
171.
180 followed by 171 to leave 52 after 9. Proper darts now, all right.
Took him a few legs to wake up. They're certainly wide awake now. Double top for Anderson, double top it is. We are at 5 legs apiece. James Wade just needs to keep his rhythm. Just starting to push a little bit. Goes on his left toe on release just to get a little bit of extra height. Gary Anderson straight to the right eye and then just a big strong release.
140.
Disappointed with that. He thought it was in, Anderson. Important visit for James here.
41.
Well, is this the chance that Anderson's been waiting for? Can he capitalise? Well, there you have it. 140 from the world champion, the defending Premier League champion, to open this 11th leg. That's a great response from James Wade. What a game this is. Slow start from both players. Here comes Anderson. 140, 140, 140. Unlucky not to get the maximum.
Now Wade needs to find a treble. Can't afford a visit without one. Gary Anderson comes to the board
65.
with the 81 to take the lead for the very first time in the match and get a point on the board. Double 12, now over to double 6. Oh, double 6 it is. What a great comeback from Gary Anderson. Takes out the 81. And now he steps up to throw for the match. And I'm not being funny still, when he was 3-0 down, he would have been happy with a point.
60.
Well, only 60. He may have to settle for a point if Wade can find some scoring here. He's level after one dart. 140 here for James Wade.
100.
Great game. Can Wade 4-1 up? Anderson's won 6 out of 7 legs since then.
140.
But when you think that Gary Anderson was down about 82 after 3 or even 4 legs, now he's up to over 100 average. The scoring power in these last few legs has been
60.
incredible. 5 180s, 9 140s now.
But the last 2 legs run in 11 and 12.
97.
There we have it. But Wade isn't finished. Oh, Wade isn't finished. Brilliant from James Wade. That puts the pressure back on Anderson. Fantastic response from the Scot. Which way is it going to go? Can Wade snatch a point? Well, Anderson, you think, is going to get at least one dart to win it. But this is brilliant pressure.
99. Gary requires 79.
This would be a fabulous win. One dart at tops.
39. James requires 62.
For the draw. Oh, he's hit treble 9, 27, so one dart for Wade. One dart for Wade for 6-6. Brilliant. James Wade breaks through, gets a point, and that's probably about right. Wade was 4-1 up. Anderson came storming back. Gary Anderson had one dart at tops to win it. James Wade secures what could be a precious, priceless point. Don't go anywhere. Next, Michael Smith scraps for survival against Phil Taylor.